I feel like I'm really gonna be judged in this video, and this is why I wore this sweatshirt. I'm not judging you. Oh wait, yes I am. And that's how I feel this video is gonna go. Let's jump right into the stats. The total sales were $793. Ultimately, I am pretty unhappy with that. That is not what my goal was set. If we talked about it last month, I wanted to hit about 1,500. Definitely not close to that. Granted, it was December, holiday, a lot of hanging out with family, leisurely time, taking time off, and you can see that it really definitely affected my income. From what I typically do, I'm short about $300-400. So minus everything, the fees were $195.50. The shipping discounts I gave were $66.56. The cost of goods total for each item sold, which I sold 65 items, was $78.61. On average, that's about $1.20 per cost of good, which is really good. And then I netted out my income, meaning I walk away with is $452.33. Now, I do want to mention a note. I kind of was redoing my spreadsheet, my actual spreadsheet I use to inventory and kind of have an overview of all the sales that I make and know exactly all the numbers I have. I realized my net income not necessarily is my net income. And let me explain this. But the reason is because I do put about 45% back into the business every single time. So any paycheck I get or anything I get, I take 45% and put it back into the business, and then I divide it through taxes and through a investment/savings, and then my personal. So ultimately, I'm really walking home with really small amount of money. So this is not meant to discourage you, because obviously you can see I'm very open about the finances and everything, just because I think numbers are really important to know. And I'm not a number person by any means. Like, math was not my forte, but for business, I really enjoy spreadsheets and knowing my numbers. Just as a side note, when I was editing this video, I felt like it sounded like I had my stuff together and like I put everything away to my taxes, to my investments, to my personal account, to my business, like that. And you know, I am working on being better about it, but I definitely would sometimes, you know, put more into the business, put more into my personal account, kind of depending on what I was needing. And now I'm working on being very strict with my budget. So if I spent that money on my personal items, then guess what? I got to get through till the next week until I can have more money coming in to do that. And as another side note, for also knowing all of your numbers, I am definitely working on this as a work in progress. My last year's spreadsheet was good. I just realized a lot of stuff was missing from it, and I'm definitely working better this year to know and narrow it down so I have it set. Which, as I learn, I want to share it. So I just want you to know that I am not perfect by any means, and I make mistakes all the time, and I'm still learning. And I realized too, when I'm thrifting in my thrift hauls, you'll see certain ones I just pick up items. Now I'm completely have a different outlook on what I'm doing. I'm getting on a tangent. I don't want to talk about necessarily clothing I'm getting or what I'm getting it for. But in my thrift hauls, I'm going to kind of change that and change my strategy on how I'm sourcing items, which I'll get into another video on that. So the first thing that sold this month was the vintage Tourney Gore-Tex. This did not cost me anything. It was from my father's closet. I thought it was pretty cool and that it was vintage. I thought it would go for a little bit more, but I only listed it at 22 bucks and it sold for $10. But it sat in my closet for 396 days. And I do believe I relisted this item twice before it sold. So if I saw something again like this, I definitely wouldn't be picking it up. Then I have this Eddie Bauer pullover fleece. It was really nice when I got it. I got it from the bins. I thought that if I would make at least $10 to $20 on it, but that definitely didn't happen. This sat in my closet for 309 days. My cost of goods was $2 and it sold for $9. And after all the fees and my shipping discount, I only made a net profit of $2.03. So I would not be picking this up again. Although Eddie Bauer has done good for some pieces in the past for me, this item particularly did not. Then I have this LL Bean knit top. I really thought that this was going to be a good piece. I thought I would sell it between $12 to $15 and make a $10 profit. It had a thick knit stitching, really great quality. It was 100% cotton, I think, if I remember right. I don't see it, but if I remember right, it was. And this sat in my closet for 255 days. My cost of goods was $1.26. It sold for $8, so I only made a net profit of $1.77. I would not buy that again. This was a shirt, Uniqlo. This was actually from my mom's closet, so my cost of goods was $0. It actually only sat in my closet 33 days, sold for $10, and after all of the fees, profit of $5.03. It was okay. Because my cost of goods was $0, that's totally great, but I would not be picking up something like this to sell. Next is this Eddie Bauer Heritage Knit Sweater. I really thought that this was going to sell really quickly and well. It sat in my closet for 266 days. My cost of goods was $1.29, but it only sold for $12. I really thought it would sell for more just because it was lamb's wool. And I think it was oh no, it wasn't vintage. But it was lamb's wool. So I really thought it was going to do well, which it didn't. So after all my fees and everything, I only made a gross or a net profit of $7.76. So I would not be picking up this item again. Ironically, I had another piece like it just in my closet, but brown, and I think it sold for a similar amount. Maybe. Then I have this Ann Taylor button-down blouse. This was only in my closet 23 days. My cost of goods was 98 cents, and it sold for $15. After all of my fees, I made a net profit of $8.04. So that was okay. I'm really going for a $10 plus net profit, but I'm still improving on picking up items. It sold in 23 days, which is really great. And for an $8.04 profit, I think that is okay. Then I have this Merona pea coat. This sat in my closet for 289 days. My cost of goods was $3. This is when I first was going to the bins, and I had a cost of goods about $3 at the bins because I was picking up heavier items, thinking that jackets were going to sell really well and for a lot of money. But lo and behold, not all items are created equal. So it definitely did not sell for what I thought it would. I thought it would sell for $25 to $30. It sold for $18. After all of my fees and stuff, I made a profit of $11.40, which I'm not unhappy about. It's above my $10 range. Next, I have this Brooks Brothers plaid shirt. I really thought that this would do okay. I don't know why at the time I thought this. This was, again, at the beginning of my bins journey. I got this 311 days ago, and my cost of goods was $2. It sold for $17, and my net profit was $11.60. So actually, that's not bad. Maybe I'll look more into Brooks Brothers and see if that's something that'll do. I've realized lately I really enjoy selling men's clothing. So then we have this Ella knit sweater. This I will definitely not be getting again, even though it sold in 12 days, which is pretty cool. But it was $1.22 for the item. It sold for $11, and after my fees and shipping discount, I only made a net profit of $3.85. And I've realized I used to think money was money, and I realized that anything below $10, I am really not interested in listing because it takes work. You have to clean the item, you have to prep the item, you have to do measurements, write the description, photograph, upload it. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. And for $4, and once they purchase it, you have to package the item and ship the item. It just really isn't worth it to me in my mind. But depending on your business model and what you want to do, then I would say yes. If I had 2 or 3 people helping me, then maybe I'll do it. If we can bust out sales and make a bunch of $3 to $5 sales, sure. But it's kind of what you want to do for your business and what's your business model. So next is this True Spec Fleece Zip Up. I didn't realize, but this was actually a liner for a jacket, and I didn't have the jacket with it, and I didn't realize this till I brought it home. So it did sit in my closet for 316 days. This is a $3 cost of goods. I only sold it for $9, and after my shipping and fees, I only made $1.03 profit on it. So I will not be picking that up again in the future. Next is this Old Navy fleece. This was from my father's closet, so I had zero cost of goods going into it. It did sit in my closet for 352 days. It sold for $10, and I made a net profit of $5.03. I will not be picking up something like this again. Well, I didn't pick it up, but I will not be picking something up like this for my closet. Next is this Lululemon athletic hoodie. It is, excuse me, I just had a hiccup slash a burp. That is gross. So this is a Lululemon athletic hangover. Oh my God. It's been a really long day. I woke up this morning and inventoried a ton of items and did a bunch of laundry getting ready for my live show. So it's like 7 o'clock right now, and I'm recording this video that I should have done last month. Okay, anyway. So Lululemon athletic hoodie. This was only listed for 54 days. My cost of goods is $1.29. It sold for $20. And after my fees and shipping, I made a net profit of $14.71. So if I see something like this again, I'll definitely be picking it up. And granted, when I saw Lululemon, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get it no matter what, because I rarely find Lululemon. And I was so stoked. Wait, rarely. I think this is my first Lululemon piece I've ever found. So yay. Is it? Yes. Oh my gosh. I just realized that. I think it is. But anyway, yeah, I'm so excited. I'll be picking that up again. So yay, Lululemon. Next, what we have is this bundle that sold. It was a Patagonia hoodie, as well as an East-West silk zip-up. This silk zip-up was so freaking cool. It had sort of like retro granny vibes, like super fun. I actually was tempted to keep it for myself, but I'm glad I ended up selling it in the live show because this person was super excited about it, and I probably wouldn't wear it as much as this person is going to. The cost of goods was $2.18. The sold price for everything was $27. After my fees, I made a net profit of $19.42. So about $13.50 on average per item. So I was really happy with that live show sale. Next, what we have is this Knox Rose soft sweater, and then this Karen Scott sweater, mock turtleneck. This Karen Scott one was super cute. It had like 3 little pearls going down the front. The Knox Rose was a super soft sweater. I don't think I would get the Knox Rose again just because condition-wise, it was something just to pick up for the live show, and I realized that's just not the strategy I want to go for. And my cost for both items was $15 in the bundle. After my fees, I made a net profit of $9.82. So it's not bad that it was about $7.50 per item in the bundle, but it's not ideal. I do not think I'd pick those items up again. Next, what we have is this bundle from a live show again. It was a Caslon sweater. Oh, this was super cool. It was new with tags. And when I was looking up retail on it, I think I could have sold it for like $30 online, but I put it in my live show and it sold for $15. Then this sweater vest had no brand, but it had such a cool look to it. I thought it would do well in the live show, which it did. And then this knit sweater didn't have a brand either. I picked it up because I thought someone would like it in the live show, which they did. But I don't think I'd pick this up in the future again because it's too much of a gamble. If someone's not watching it and it's not selling, then I'm listing it in my closet and it will take forever to sell. So next is this crochet top. This didn't have a brand tag, but it was beautiful crochet detailing crop top. And I thought someone would love this piece. It was super gorgeous, and which they did. So that total bundle was $40. And after all of the fees, I made a net profit of $27.63. So an average of $10 per item, which I think is really great for a live show. Next, what we have is this Madewell skinny jeans. These skinny jeans were super cool. I love the wax coating on them. They were so gorgeous. I sold them for $15, and after fees, I made a net profit of $10.71. So I would definitely be picking up something like this again. Next is this dip hoodie. This dip hoodie was from my closet. I wore this a few times. I didn't think it would sell much. I personally would not pick up something like this and sell it from the bins. It sold for $9 with the cost of goods being $0. I made a net profit of $4.03. But if I had a dollar or two into it, I would have only made $2. So then we have this Abercrombie and Fitch jeans, super cute. I'm working on trying to sell more Abercrombie and Fitch because this cost of goods was only $1.29. It sold in 58 days. It was sold for $17, and after fees and shipping discount, I still made a profit of $10.29. Is that right? Yeah, $10.29, which is exactly what my range is. Above $10 is what I want my profit to be. Then we have this Ann Taylor knit red sweater. Oh my God, for only 20 items through, I'm going to go so much faster. I'm taking way too much time. So this Ann Taylor knit sweater, I thought it was going to do so great. It had new with tags coming around Christmas time. No, it did awful. It sat in my closet for 271 days. My cost of goods was only 99 cents. But it sold for $7, and after fees, I only made $3.06. Nope, not doing that again. So then we have this LL Bean sweatshirt. This sat in my closet for only 63 days. I listed it for $19 and it sold for $10. And after my fees, I made a net profit of $5.76. No, I will not be picking that up again. LL Bean, I have done some good items on LL Bean and I made some profit on it. And I just kind of was like, yes, I'll make money off of this because someone's going to buy it and like it. And not all things are created equal. Okay, so next is this loft knit sweater. I thought this was adorable. I thought it would sell super fast, which it did not. It sat for 282 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. And after all of my fees, I made a net profit of $11.51. So it's stuck above my $10 profit. So it's actually not that bad, but it sat for a very long time. So this is a question mark piece. I don't know if I'd get it again, or I don't know if I would. You know what? I would probably get it again if it wasn't a petite. I think it sat for so long because it was a medium petite. Yeah, that's going to be my speculation on that one. Then what we have is this J. Crew blazer. I got this blazer because I thought someone would love this for work or for a more formal occasion. It sat in my closet for only 59 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. It sold for $26, and after fees, I made a $19.51 profit on it. So yeah, I would totally pick up this J. Crew blazer again. Then I have this Orvis knit sweater. It sat in my closet for 278 days. It was $1.29 for cost of goods, but it only sold for $10. So my net profit was $5.76. I would not be picking this up again. I've picked up a few Orvis sweatshirts thinking, hey, this is going to be great. I'm going to make 15 bucks on it. No, they sit around. They don't sell for much. So I'm done with it. Maybe you've had better luck with it. If I had maybe more men watching my live shows, I would sell it in a live show, which would be worth it. But taking the time to list it and make that type of profit would not be worth it. If it sold for $15, then it would be more worth it. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if you have better luck with Orvis. This Knox Rose blouse. This Knox Rose blouse sat in my closet for 74 days. It was only $1.29. It sold for $19. And I made a net profit of $13.91. Wow. I think this one did so well. Some of my Knox Rose has done good. Some of it hasn't. It doesn't sell for a lot. But this one did more than I thought it would. And I think it is because all the embroidering detail up here, if you look, all of this is embroidered. So it is super cute and very beautifully done. So it's a pretty unique piece. Is this Hollister bundle. So I found these two Hollister flannels when I was at the bins. My cost of goods was only $1.92 for both of them, and they sold in 73 days. I listed them on the same day. They sold for the bundle for $25. After my cost of goods and shipping discount, I still made a net profit of $16.06. I don't know, if they would have sold individually for that amount. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think if I were to do maybe a Hollister, or maybe I'll do like a flannel bundle if I were to see it. I have wanting to experiment with that, like doing bundles. Like if I find a bunch of jeans, like Levi's jeans or Lee's jeans, just bundle them together if they're the same size. I'll let you know when I try this. Next is this Eileen Fisher, Eileen, there we go, that's it. Eileen Fisher, that's the word. These cost of goods were $1.29. They sold in 55 days. They sold for $22. And after my cost of goods, fees and shipping, I made a net profit of $14.29. I will definitely be picking up something like this again. And like you saw, I've got 2 wax coated denim jeans, and they both sold pretty fast, which I'm very happy with. So then we have these Nike Dry Fit jogger pants, which these are nice jogger pants, but these ones were pretty worn out. They had a lot of fading on them. I don't think they had like any holes or anything in it, but they definitely had some fading. Granted, this was the beginning of time of my reselling last year. It was from my sister, and I was like, it's free cost of goods. I'm just going to try and list it because I don't really know what I'm doing. And it sold in 289 days. It sold for $5. And after all of my fees, it was a net profit of 3 cents because I gave a shipping discount on this. So ultimately, it wasn't even worth this for me to do it. I should have just delisted it and then donated it. Yeah, no, lesson learned. I'm not going to waste my time on stuff like that, even if it was a free cost of good. So then we have these Docker pants, classic fit. These were listed in my closet for 431 days. Oh my gosh, these were listed for a really freaking long time. This was like beginning of time. They were a cost of goods $1.50. They sold for $7. And after all of my fees and shipping discount, I made 53 cents on them. Oh, maybe this is just not a good pair to sell. The Fit D3, maybe it was a size. I know some Dockers do well. I'm not sure. You know what? I think they were dress pants, dress Dockers. Yeah, they were more dressy Dockers. So maybe that's what that is. I don't know. This one, I don't know. This is just not good. Not good. Then we have this Style & Company. This sat in my closet 161 days. My cost of goods was 96 cents. It sold for $9. After my fees and shipping discount, I only made $3.07. Nope, not going to get it again. Then we have this Joseph A. button down. This sat in my closet for 67 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. It sold for $17. And after all the fees and shipping discount, I still made a net profit of $10.29. Yes, it was in the $10 above range that I wanted to be in. So yes, this Joseph A. button down, I think I would do it again just because the pattern is fun. It's something more unique. If it was just a solid color, I would stay away from it probably because those just don't seem to sell very well unless you're going to do a bundle. Next, we have this J. Crew button down. Okay, this one I really did not think I was shocked. This one sold in 27 days. My cost of goods was 98 cents. It sold for $16. And after all my fees and shipping discount, I still made a net profit of $9.80. And I think the reason is because this was a fun button down. It was a striped button down. It had kind of like a star detailing inside of the stripes. And it was more was it form fitting? No, it was a boy cut. That's what it is. Fitted boy cut. So I think maybe that is something that is appealing to people who wear button downs. Have to do more research on this. So next what we have is this Fabletics. Now, when I got this Fabletics like 299 days ago, because that's how long it took to sell, I thought I was going to make so much money on this because it's Fabletics. I thought I was going to make like 30, 40 bucks. Nope. My cost of goods was $3. It sat in my closet almost a whole year. I sold it for $13. And after my fees and shipping discount, I only made a profit of $5.03. Boo. Oh, I was so sad. But I thought about it and I was like, the color probably isn't desirable. Maybe it's not a trending thing in. The size also small. I realize those are harder to sell and the smaller the sizes are. If you have luck with, like extra small items or small items, let me know what the secret is if you know. But I find better luck with medium, larges, extra larges, or plus sizes. So next what we have is this Ink International maxi dress. It sat for 40 days in my closet, 98 cents for the cost of goods. I listed it for 29 bucks because I thought the cost of goods were pretty good on it. I thought I'd make at least 20 bucks on it. This person did send me a $12 offer, and instead of countering to $15 or $17, I was like, I'm just going to take it. With the fee being $2.95, I still did make a net profit of $8.07, so a little lower than what I anticipated. But hey, I was able to be money in my pocket to take it to flip out and get more items that could sell for potentially more. Next is this loft knit sweater. This was in my closet for only 40 days, 98 cents for the cost of goods. It sold for $14. And after my fee discount, I made $10.07 as a net profit. So this was a good one. I would definitely look into this again. I realized, okay, so the Ann Taylor Loft, I think I don't make as much on. I'll have to look at my stats. But just the Loft brand, I think does pretty well from what I'm seeing, because I've sold, I think in this month, it was 2 Loft items that I said. Oh, one was Ann Taylor Loft. So that one did good. This other sweater, oh no, that one did not do good, did it? No, that one. So the Ann Taylor Loft was the one that was not the good one. It was the Loft. If you go back in the video, I talked about it. So then what we have next is this Massimo sheep. So this, I know this brand is like what, Target, Walmart, one of those brands. And I know it's not an expensive brand, but look at the sheep. The sheep are so freaking cute. So I thought someone would really like this, and they did. It sold in 11 days. My cost of goods was $1.09. They sent me a request for $12, or a request. They sent me an offer for $12, which I accepted, and I made a $7.96 profit. So it's not my quite $10 profit, but hey, it sold in 11 days and the print was super cute. So items that I know are unique and something different and fun, I would definitely not pass on. But if it was a basic, just a pink sweater, I'd pass on this. Then I got the Prana long sleeve. This Prana long sleeve, early in my bin days, I was like, oh, this is the brand. People buy it. It's going to be liked. Well, it sat in my closet for 206 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. So it sold for $16, which is what my asking price was, and which I'm very happy about. And after my fees, I made a net profit of $11.51. So it's actually not that bad. Huh. Maybe it was worth picking this up. It did sit for 200 days, but it was still a $10 profit. 200 days, $10 profit. I mean, that's not too, that's a long time. I don't know. I mean, good profit, long sit time. So, but then again, I listed it in the summertime. Yeah, I listed it in June. Yeah, that's why it's set. Okay, so definitely got to be more aware of my seasons for sure. Okay, so next we have this Billabong. This rash guard did so well. It sold for 61, not 61. It sold in 61 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. It sold for $15. And after my fee and my shipping discount, I made a net profit of $8.69. So not quite 10 bucks, but I'm still happy with it. I picked it up just because it was a rash guard. It was in great condition. And I figured someone living by the ocean or going on vacation would really enjoy this. Then we have this tech gear, and man, this was one of those pieces. I was like, it's in great condition. It's tech gear. I've heard of this brand. It'll be bought for like 15, 20 bucks. Nope. It sat in my closet for 310 days. My cost of goods was $3. It was a $8 sold because I gave a discount and shipping discount because I was so desperate to get this out because I know it's been sitting there forever. And because of all that, I made 3 cents on this item. So it wasn't even worth it to ship it. Like, Jesus. Okay, so next we have this exoficio. Okay, I don't know how to say that brand quite right. If I'm saying it right, let me know. If I'm not and I butchered it, let me know. This one sat in my closet for 217 days. The cost of goods is 96 cents. It sold for $15, and after shipping and all the discounts, I still made a net profit of $9.02, which is not bad. And I picked this up because of the print, and I thought a guy would really like this. And it had more of an outdoorsy vibe to it because I think it had like a liner underneath or something. Yeah, it had kind of that mesh liner for, I think that's sweat repellent or whatever you call it. But I'm not opposed to picking this up again. It just sat for a while. I would just probably look up comps and see if it's a popular item or not. This apartment 9 duster cardigan back in the day again, 281 days ago, I was like, oh, this is a great item. Someone's going to buy it. Nope, it's apartment 9. It's not going to go for very much. So $1.29, I had $1.26 cents cost of goods in it. It sold for $9. And after all of the fees, I made $2.77 on it. Not going to buy this again. Then we have this Bowden button down. I've heard about Bowden. People, I think, do they say it's a Bolo brand? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Bolo brand. I'm going to pick it up. I didn't even think twice about it. It sat in my closet for 171 days, so not bad. And my cost of goods was 96 cents, but it sold for 20 bucks. And after my shipping fee and shipping and fees, I still made a net profit of $13.02. So if I saw this again, I would definitely be picking up something like this. The stitching was super cool on it. It was like a yellow stitching on the inside of it. So it was just a unique top. It wasn't just your basic polka dot top. So that is why I picked it up. So then I have this David Aubrey gold necklace, super cute pendant necklace. This is from my mom. And zero cost of goods going in it. It did sit in my closet for 244 days. I relisted it, I think, twice, and it finally sold for $6. They offered $6 for me. So after the fees, I made a net profit of $3.05. So I would not be picking up something like this again. And I actually don't even do jewelry in my closet, only if it's a free item that I get. It's just something I'm not interested in really in listing and photographing. I actually really like clothes. And men's and women's clothing. I'm realizing I'm narrowing down on certain things that I'm really interested in. I really want to learn more about and be really good at identifying certain brands and items within that. But that takes time. I'm right now in brand research phase. Last year was get items and sell them. Don't know what they'll sell for, but get them because you'll make money and $1 is a dollar. And now my process is, figuring out items that are quality and what will sell for $10 or more, because time is money, and me wasting time listing something that makes $1 and I have to do all that work to get that dollar. Is that worth it? In my mind, no. In your mind, it could be. So whatever, like I said, if your business model is that, then yes, but that's not mine. So next, what we have is this Greg Norman play. This was from my father. This sat in my closet for 423 days. It sold for $10. And after all the fees, I made $7.05. But if I had cost of goods in it, it would only been a $5 profit. So I would I would not be getting this item. I don't know about Craig Norman. I don't really know that brand, honestly. So I'd have to look up comps before I make a full decision on the item. Next is the Shein waffle knit sweater. Really bad choice. I don't know what I was thinking. I know Shein is a fast fashion brand, but it was a cute waffle knit. I was like, someone's going to love it, especially in my live show. Nah. I mean, it did sell in 57 days. And it sold for $9. And after the shipping, I made a $4.96 profit. Not bad for a Shein item, but I definitely wouldn't pick this up again. Now this H&M super cropped turtleneck, I thought was super cute, and I thought someone would really love it. And it sold in 75 days. My cost of goods was $1.29. It sold for $12. So my net profit was $7.76. Not what I wanted, but it is an H&M top, and it was cute, and it was an extra small. Extra smalls are hard to sell. Then we have this White House black market top. I got this because of the sequence top. It sat in my closet for 21 days, so sold pretty fast. My cost of goods was $1.09. It sold for $10. I did do a shipping discount and send an offer. So after all the fees and stuff, I only made $3.94. So I would not be getting this item again. Not to say I wouldn't get White House black market. I've sold some items that were worth it, but this particular piece was not. Then we have this NYDJ jeans dark wash. This was listed for 320 days. My cost of goods was $3, and it sold for $22. So I'm really happy with the $22 sale after it sat for so long. So I can't complain about that. I wonder if it was the way I listed it. I wonder, I mean, I don't know, because I know some people with NYDJ do good. And that is why I picked up the brand, because I heard it. And well, granted, my profit was still $12.58. It just sat for a really freaking long time. So that's a question mark item. I got to do research on that. Next, we have this Jason Cole Pico. Yet again, one of those purchases that was 314 days ago. My cost of goods was $3. It sold for $18. So my net profit was $11.40, which is not bad for it. I did really, when I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make like 25 bucks on this, 30 bucks on this. No. So I would definitely look into this again and see if this is something I'd pick up. I'm not entirely sure, because I don't think I have anything else Jason Cole listed in my closet. Then these LL Bean vintage jeans. I've done good with LL Bean, but these ones were definitely vintage, the look of it and everything. They sat in my closet 370 days. This was for my father's closet. Cost of goods was $0. It sold for $10. And after my shipping discount, because I did want to get rid of them, I only made a net profit $5.03. So buying them in the bins and not being fur, I would not do that again. Then we have this bundle of the Surfini knit sweater, and then this Expressions knit sweater. And this was in my closet for only 67 days. I listed them both around the same time. My cost of goods for both was $2.58. They sold for $30 as a bundle. And after the fees, and I did do an offer for this and a shipping discount, I made a net profit of $19.40. So not bad, $10 per item. If they sold individually, I would not be able to see or tell right now if that was worth it. But when they like both items and bundle it, I was giving it a pretty aggressive offer just to move out and then bring cash in. So next, what we have is this Bananas Republic cargo pants. They were in my closet for 65 days. Cost of goods was $0. They were from a family member. They sold for $15. And after the fee, I made a net profit of $12. So I would actually probably look at these again. I mean, Banana Republic, some items have done really well. So, but I would definitely say look at the item before you get it. Not all Banana Republic items are equal. This Carol Little, I thought this was such a cute little wrap with a button across, and it had a wool blend. So this is when I was learning fabrics, and I was like, ooh, anything with wool in it is going to do great. No, not all things are created equal. This is kind of a trend of this video right here. Like, not all things are created equal, just learning, you know. Anyway, it sat for 309 days. My cost of goods was $3. And it cost, after shipping and fees, I made a net profit. I made a net profit of negative $1.97. So I did so bad on this. I would never get it again. Not even worth it. I mean, Carol Little, I don't even know the brand. I would have to do research. I don't know if all things are like this or if it was just this piece I picked up. Definitely wouldn't do that again. Oh my gosh. Ah, that is just cry-worthy. So then we have these Worthington pants. I got them because they were new with tags. I only had $1.50 of cost of goods into it, but they sat in my closet for 413 days. It was not a good purchase to sell. It sold for only $8. And after my fees and a shipping discount, because I wanted to get rid of it, I made a profit of $1.53. Definitely would not be picking up that again. That was a really bad pickup for me. Then what we have is this J. Jill quilted vest. This J. Jill quilted vest I thought would do really well because it's J. Jill. It was a quilted vest and it was cute. It sold in 60 days, which isn't bad. My cost of goods was $1.09. And I sold it for $13. And after shipping and fees, I made a net profit of $6.94. So I don't think I'd be doing that again. I'm not opposed to J. Jill. I do like selling some of J. Jill, but I will be checking my comps and seeing what they sell for and being aware of that. Then what we have is this short sleeve top. I don't know why I picked it up, honestly. I thought it was cute. I thought it'd do good in a live show, but I wouldn't do it again. It sat in my closet for 281 days. My cost of goods was $1.26. And after all of the fees, I made it $4.79. Then we have this Only 9 cardigan. It was only listed for 60 days. I had $1.09 in it. It sold for $8. I only had a net profit of $1.94. Like, no, I am not picking that up again. Only 9, I don't know. I'll have to do research on it, but I just don't think it was just not a good pickup. Then this accessory, this was an old accessory from I think it was my sister's or my old belt. I honestly can't remember. This was totally like Y2K vibes. Like, and I should have put that in the listing, but I did not know style name tags at that time because I listed this belt 292 days ago. It sold for $6. And after all of the discounts, I only made a net profit of $1.03. So if I saw something like this, I would not pick it up personally. But it was very cute, but I wouldn't pick that up. Then we have this Forever 21 waffle knit top. It only was listed 18 days. My cost of goods is $1.09. It sold for $6. And with my shipping discount, I made -6 cents on that. Definitely not picking this up again. I thought this was not going to do too bad. I thought I would get at least $8 on it, $9, because I think it was $12 from Forever 21. Now that I'm thinking about it and analyzing and looking at this, it was a bad pickup. I picked it up because it was new with tags. Plain and simple. Wouldn't do it again. No. All right. So those are all the sales for December. As I was going through them with you and looking at some of them I'm like, ugh, why did I even pick this up? But it is a learning process. And if you are just starting reselling or getting into it or really wanting to focus on picking items that will give you a higher profit, it takes time. You got to work at it. And I don't regret picking up those past items because it also gave me the information I need today on what worked and what doesn't work. So yeah, I have no regrets. I'm just upset about my sales this month. I took like a little time and once you take time off, the momentum doesn't happen, and it just doesn't work like that when you run your own business. It's not a 9 to 5. You don't clock in, clock out like a 9 to 5. You clock in and you're clocked in, and you have to figure out your schedule and get it down. God, if you guys struggle with the schedule, let me know. I'm really working on, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'll do an organizational video because I'm really figuring out how to get organized and like working on my BNNs, like my business non-negotiables. I have a list of like what I have to do every day. If that's something interesting to you, let me know because I'll make a video on that. But anyway, go watch the next video of my January sales and see how I did. And it's already 7:30. I'm just going to wear this hoodie again. So please don't judge me, but you can judge me because, if people don't like outfit repeats, let me know. But I'm an outfit repeater because I work from home, so I don't want to dress up all my nice clothes. I wear that. So I save that for going out. Okay. Anyway, let's get off. Next video.